All right, let's have a heart-to-heart conversation. Okay. I don't think I should stream the video. I'm tempted to turn on the video right now, but let's keep it smooth. Things are going well right now. I don't know how fast the internet is. Okay. Let's just keep it a radio style for now. Okay. All right. So why average women don't want average men? All right. There's been a viral conversation about this that I've noticed, at least since the birth of the manosphere, the red pill movement, and the unsudden demise. They seem to have disappeared into thin air. I don't know what's going on. Maybe I'm just not following as much as I used to follow. Maybe. Okay. But yeah, why is it that average women don't want average women? But I'm going to play a couple of videos here. There's a couple of videos I want to play on this topic. Okay, wait, before I play those videos, let me just read like a quick excerpt for some reports here, some reports that were extracted from some dating websites. Okay, it says, as a quick report here, that this is a complex topic that may have varying interpretations. The people that are actively engaging these conversations, they don't think of it that way. They don't see the different nuances in the conversation. It's either they're saying these women are useless, they want what they don't deserve. It's either they're going in that direction, or I don't care, I'm a 10. I don't care, I'm a 10. And that's that on period. And on period, I'm a 10, and that's it. Okay, now, there's one side I can take both sides I can't take them too seriously. But there's one side there's one side of that story that we have to carry the weight of this conversation, that I have to take a little bit more seriously. And that's that person that continues to engage in conversations about how women don't want you, which is what you're trying to tell me, as an average man. Okay, you need to define what is an average man. Are you going by money? Are you go by emotional intelligence? Are you go by your ability to seduce women successfully, short term and long term? Right? Are you going by your social intelligence? Are you going by what else here that we can go by? Are you going by your understanding of how power dynamics work? Which one are you talking about? Okay, there's a high likelihood that all you're talking about is money. I can guarantee with my monthly livelihood that what you're talking about is money. Okay, how? Yeah, it's not like it's no. I'm a smart guy, but I've heard you talk about this long enough. Okay, you're talking about money, and that's lame. Okay, that's lame. If that's
sorry, yo.
When I say lame, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I just mean lack of game. I mean, you don't have the skills. I mean, in fact, in addition to the fact that you don't have the skills, you've generated some bad results. And you are essentially speaking from your ass. Oh, no, not that. Sorry. You're speaking from just your narrowed, myopic experience. Personal experience. Okay? Argue with your destiny. Okay? Don't argue with me. I know what I'm talking about. Okay? But let's talk about it. Okay? According to a 2022 study by the dating app OkCupid, 80% of women find men unattractive or below average. Okay, at that point in time, you need to ask 80% of what women? Oh, the women on OkCupid. What is OkCupid? A dating app. Okay, how did they get this number? How many swipes to the left and how many swipe to the right? I don't know how OkCupid works. I don't know. However way they are able to determine desire or lack of desire. The reality is desire. That's what we're talking about. What you would like to make it about is about money. A woman should be able to date a man who makes $40,000 per year. Why do you need to be with a millionaire? Kilo coin, what is your own business? If she thinks she deserves a millionaire, and then she is now 45, 50 years old, and she decided to settle because life kicked in, and she realized that, okay, maybe that's not going to be a reality. That's probably not the kind of woman you were looking for anyway. So again, 80% of what women are we talking about? The one in your circles or the one in my circle? Right? Of course, you will not ask the question just because the story of the statistics matches your particular experience. You just basically conclude it must be the truth. All right? The reality is that it's a complex topic and there are varying interpretations. But let's worry about your interpretation. Your own interpretation is coming from your experience. Okay, by the time you look at this statement, 80% of women find men unattractive or below average, you don't even care. Well, you had banner blindness when it came to the part where they said okay Cupid. You didn't hear it. The only thing you heard is the only thing that aligned with the side of your brain that worked. So you generalized exactly what they wanted you to do. Okay? And guess what's gonna happen? You're going to perpetuate the problem. You're going to perpetuate the problem for yourself. It's going to get worse and worse and worse. You're going to recreate that experience because after all, you've concluded that's the absolute truth. That women just don't want average men. The reality is that women settle down, not settle for, settle down with average men every day of the goddamn week. Oh wait, that's too harsh of a truth? Maybe you like to tell the truth. Isn't that the truth? All these weddings that's happening all the time around you, those are all Dangote, Aliko Dangote Abi, right? Those are all ugly girls. Really? Oh, those are all women who are above average. These are just average people, regardless of men or women. They are settling down with people they found some level of value in. Some type of value in, right? Well, it's after they've wasted their time with bad boys, they come and say to Baba, you go shalaye tired. People have experience, they're going through life and it is what it is. And sometimes they will collect wuto in the middle of it. What we should be worried about is you. What do you want? Let's go back to what do you want? Right? And if you lie to yourself that, no, I just want to tell them the truth, you're a liar and it's going to get worse. And you're not going to get to where you're trying to get to because you're not even willing to acknowledge where you are right now. So the report continues. Some women may not consider dating a man because they don't share enough in common with him. This is just all pragmatic data on an app, according to 2022, right? However, some say that this is not mathematically possible. It is not, it's literally not mathematically possible. Some women may not consider dating a man because they don't share enough in common with him. Others may be pleasantly surprised by how kind, loving, and supportive a man is when they give him a chance. If there is a chance, right? And then there's another one here says, some say that women are not willing to settle for the average guy anymore and want something interesting, hardworking, ambitious. I really think it's really more so about the interesting part. Now, if a woman does not feel secure around you because of your finances, it is what it is. I mean, that means you have to overcompensate in other areas like being interesting, right? Looking like you have a sense of direction in your life. She just needs to feel it. It doesn't have to be the actual reality. She can actually make a mistake by picking you. It might look like that on the surface. Eventually, she found out that it is not what she thought it was. That happens all the time, right? Others say that women generally aren't interested in huge age gaps. Well, that's just life. Women naturally look up. They want to be able to look up to the men they're dating, okay? And again, like I said, majority of that is from a feeling emotional standpoint. It's actually not the reality. Women end up carrying a lot of the weight in a lot of families right now, beyond just having babies and homekeeping. Isn't that the reality around you? Just look closer now. You could get off the social media for a second. I just look around you, right? According to Brides, when a man is honest and trustworthy, he instantly becomes more appealing and desirable to a woman. I don't agree with that 100% too. If a man comes off as honest, not just honest, he can be lying and still come off as honest. If it comes off as honest and trustworthy, the keyword phrase being comes off as honest, which is why social intelligence is much more, social and emotional intelligence is much more powerful than your ability to say 1 is 1 and 0 is 0, or black is black and white is white. Everybody can do that. Can you do something else? Can you appeal to human emotions, right? Which just being interested in them, or coming off as you're interested in them, having some kind of intelligence on how people feel by the way you carry yourself around them. Can you calm down, sit your butt somewhere and understand how that works in the reality of life? If you can't do that, well, you deserve to continue to engage this conversation like the lame. Okay? Like a person who is not a human being, that doesn't understand nuances and the fact that the way we interact as human beings, the way we connect, is a complex thing. You will never be able to bring that down to exact science. Okay? Especially when you're trying to operate from outside of emotional intelligence, which starts with why you feel the way you feel as an individual first. Understanding that at an individual level first before you attempt to understand other people, right? Before you even try to understand the society and start capping to everybody and start talking about, well, that's where the society is going. Baba, you don't understand yourself yet. How do you know where the society is going? Try to understand yourself. Why do you feel the way you feel first? Yeah, but let me play this video for you, and then we'll wrap this segment up. I think this is an I saw like a basketballs on the internet, and even the people leading the show was just a complete lame. Not like I'm surprised, but kind of like surprised every time I'm hearing it, because it almost comes off in different forms. But let me play this video, okay?
I don't ask the "Are you 10" question to make women feel like less than. What I want for both men and women is to operate not from delusion, but from being realistic. And I would say, for example,
that is stupid. Human beings are not absolutes. Okay, that's what you're asking for, and it's not gonna happen. Including me right now, including you, we're going to speak from a place of how we feel, our outlook on life, which is dictated by so many things beyond math, science, technology, math, science, STEM. Right? It's a lot that adds on to our reality in this moment. The way you were raised, your personality, your temperament, the kind of topics you enjoy listening to, that will never happen, guaranteed.
Confidence. My view with confidence is, and we have women that come on, say they're
You said
10.
my view, my. Okay, at least you acknowledge that this is your view with confidence. Let's go.
And then, I'm just being confident. Confidence is not thinking you're a 10 when you're not. Confidence is being fully aware and okay with the fact that you're a 6.
No, who is detecting the 6? Isn't that subjective? You just forgot the point where you said my view, because you're acknowledging that life is subjective, our experiences. Suddenly you're going to make a person a 6? How? Who is doing the math? Just because 1,000 people sit in a room and say that person's a 6? You're trying to put human beings in a box, the human experience in a box. You will always fail when you do that. Even at a corporate level, you do that, you'll miss out. The market will leave you exactly where you are and leave you obsolete before you realize.
You're just cool, oh yeah, I'm a 6, cool. I'm happy with myself, And
if somebody's happy with themselves, why are you to argue with them? Even if you feel like they're just lying to themselves, kilo coin, what's your own business? If they feel like they're a 10, it is what it is, right? Unless they're actually competing in the pageant show. Oh, wait, but they're competing in life. Yeah, we know. But you are too, and engaging this type of topics in this way, you're telling on yourself too. Everybody is competing, right? But again, at what point do you say this is just a human experience? Nobody's trying to be perfect. Leave people to go through their own journey, especially when they're not trying to hurt you. They're just living their own life. If a person tells me they are a 6, and in my own personal opinion they are a 3, I'll keep my own opinion to myself. Yes, I'll keep that to myself. But why are you misleading these women? That's my opinion. It's not misleading. They get to have their own opinion about how they feel about themselves.
One of the major issues that I see in the dating world is you have average women do not want average men. And
That's called desire. Okay? If that's your experience, that's just desire. Just take it as what it is and go find the average woman that will want you. Because the reality is that you're going to end up with average women. For the most part. That's why they call it average. It's just math.
have women who will spend their 20s chasing Chad, racking up high body counts, passing on.
Chasing Chad. Chad is like the who, like fine boy of the white people society. All right. So they're chasing all the fine boys. And then they're now in the 40s. What's your own business? What's your business? Okay. Where you are having this conversation, the 20-year-old girl that you want just passed you by and she's looking at you like you're lame. Because they can tell, their spirit can tell, like, it's not just this topic. This is probably how you carry yourself in other aspects of life. You don't know how to mind your own business. You don't know how to allow other people to have their own experience, even if you have pragmatic scientific answer to knowing that 20 years from now they're going to be miserable. What's your business? Let's assume that you're absolutely correct. Does it really make any sense? Well, it's just conversation. No, it's not. You've been having this conversation for a while. You in particular. Yeah, you. I'm making faces right now. I forgot my camera is not on.
Good men who are actually on their level. And I think a lot of average women would rather be a side chick or
a lot of average women would rather be a side chick.
Casual only with like a really attractive guy than in a relationship with an average guy.
That he's talking about his experience. This is how he perceives it. Okay? And no, you cannot use the data on OkCupid. You're going to have to actually analyze that data before you come and spew just because people swipe left and right. It doesn't mean anything. These people don't know each other. How can you use that number ever without properly analyzing it?
I don't like...
It doesn't make any sense. Now, you might think it's only men that's having this conversation this way. You never see anything yet. You never see anything yet. Wait.
I never expected it.
Average women don't want an average man, right? So it's like they look at going for an average man as settling. But according to a lot of things Kevin Samuel says, that even an average man is a catch. It's a man, you know what I mean? But
now let me stop the cap. Are there women who talk like that who are just full of it? Yes.
Stop the cap.
My question is that, wow, they've always existed. If people are delusional, first of all, you could be wrong. They might just know what they're talking about. They might just be bagging the Chad of your Yoruba land. Right? But they could also, you could be right. It doesn't matter is the point here. Okay? When you're obsessed with this, it's more. There's more to the story. Okay? But that's a woman. Now,
they look at it
dragging women who decide to not want average men. The reality, let me answer the question for you like this. Let's keep this simple. Let's even keep this simple. Nobody wants anything average. That's the news flash. We're talking about want. We're not talking about needs. We're not talking about the actual reality. Nobody wants anything that's average. It literally does not exist on either side of the gender. So what is this stupid conversation about exactly again? Can you tell me? What are your thoughts? Share your thoughts with me in the chat, in the comment area. I want to know what you think about this. All right. To me, it seems like it's becoming, but I'm self-aware to say, okay, the lames always had this conversation. Instead of them to focus on their own destiny and attract what they can, their own greatness, they will worry about what the average man. So this same question you can slot it, you can replace men and women. Why average men don't want average women? You can replace it. It's the same thing. It's just the reality. Nobody wants anything that's average because they don't feel like they're average. If they're healthy enough, they shouldn't feel like they're average. At least they should be striving to not be average. Okay? And some people are okay with settling down for average. That's okay too. But please don't project that on other people. It doesn't make any sense. You're not going to achieve anything doing that. I'll be back. Do me a favor. Hit that like button, share, subscribe. I'll be back in about 20 seconds.
Girl, it's your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Me love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. loving up. We done enough.